Hi, it's Jez here, and I am going to bring you a flip through of this journal that I have been making, and I hope you've been following it. If you haven't, then there is a playlist. It's called Dainty Flowers Journal. So we have this pretty ribbon closure that's just attached on the back cover there with a little eyelet, and it goes really well with the pink in the cover. And I have decorated the cover. This is some tea dyed designer series paper. I've used a pack, half a pack of designer series paper from Stampin' Up called Dainty Flowers, which is why this is called Dainty Flowers Journal. That is a stamp set that matches the paper, and I stamped it on a bit of vellum that was also tea dyed, and die cut this frame and stuck it on, and then just added thoughts there, because that's what I thought you might journal in here, some thoughts. I've tea dyed some lace here to go across the spine, and then just added a bit of ribbon for a sort of vintage look. Kept it nice and simple. The cover is made out of the card that you get in paper packs, and then I've glued the designer series paper to it and some tea dyed paper on the inside. There are, oh, do you know, I've forgotten how many pages. Let me just quickly count. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30, 32, 34, 36 and 36, 72 pages back and front. There we go. We've got, say, tea dyed paper on the inside, and then with the leftover paper I created a little pocket there, just simply decorated. And then this is some vintage ledger paper which I just stamped and added some die cut, so there is a die set that matches with the stamp set and it coordinates with the papers. And then I just, to sort of match it up, that was just the spare bit that was on the bottom of this sheet, and I just added a little die cut and a bit of stamping, and just secured it there with a little paper clip. And then I just added a little bit of embroidery anglais and that lace on the edge of the front and the back, so that you can't see the unevenness of the paper. This is the first journal I've made where I didn't trim them all down. Normally I do take a knife and trim my sheets so that they're all the same size, but I decided I wouldn't bother this time. So all the paper's been tea dyed, and then this page was flipped over there to form a pocket, and this is a tag that I've previously made on video, and I just thought that this went really well with the floral images and the colours in this paper. So I have videos on every bit of this journal, so you can check them out if any of them you're interested in. So then I've got a bit of Edith Holden. I chose a sheet that I thought would go well. Created a pocket with some of the offcuts there of the paper. That's another little bit from the paper, and I just created a tag there. This sheet was like this on the other side as well, so I cut it down so that I would have not quite a full sheet, and then I'd have little bits left over for making some journaling cards and things. And then I just added a pocket on the other side and another one of those tags. So all this paper is in the paper pack. It's free with a £45 order, and I love it. I need another pack. Some more tea dyed, some vintage map paper. I know that's upside down there, but it's round the right way here, so either way you were going to have an upside down bit of avocado dyed doily there. And then this is a journaling card made with paper. One of the sheets had these oval sort of floral designs, and I've got 6 out of the sheet, and just simply made journaling cards here to go with it. And then on this side I stamped this sheet here, and this is Tracy Fox tag fabrication, and then I just added little scraps from the paper to it, backed it on some tea dyed paper. I just like the blue in it. I thought it went well with this sheet. Some tea dyed exercise book, paper bag, and there I've just added a simple little journaling card, some stamped vellum, and then die cut out. Embrace the crazy. I love that. I love it. Some grid paper, some vintage music sheet, another little tuck there, and a nice tag. And I've used a die there, which I thought went really well with that one, a bit of stamping on the paper there. Another one of those journaling cards, and this is, I'm just going to, so this is holding a journaling card on and a tag, and this is that bit of vintage ledger paper I've got. It's from, I want to say 1901, something like that. And so nice and old, very lucky to pick that up. A tag that I already had made in my stash, so I utilised quite a lot of tags that I'd already made. This is paper clip, which I added some alcohol inks to make it look old. This is, just checking there was in view because my mirroring software's not working. So that's another one of those journaling cards. So I've used a nice little sentiment on there from Wildflower Park, that is. Vintage encyclopedia. Another Tracy Fox tag there from Tag Fabrication that I just added the vellum die cut there, and a little tab. That's the Stampin' Up rounded tab punch. People call it the whale tail punch, but that's the style of punch as opposed to what the punch is called. Backed it on some avocado dyed paper and a little bit of stamping, and I thought that went so well here. So that's a bit of some vintage document there. This is from Artie May's French Ephemera 2, and I just printed some of my avocado paper on the back, added a bit of stamping, and I just thought that all fitted nicely there. Tea dyed paper. This is a shorthand, vintage shorthand book, doily. Just a little tuck there with a scrap that I had, little Tracy label, and another one of these tags that I have previously made. But all the colours went really well. This is some more Stampin' Up, so they all blend. And then this is my double page, and I love this, really love this. So I've mirrored. So I've got this ledger paper here. I think this, I'm not sure if this is Artie May's or the Old Design Shop. So it was doubled over, and I just stuck it down together, and I've used a little bit of napkin collaged onto there, and I just couldn't believe how well it went with this paper. And then this was an Artie May's freebie tag, and I just backed it onto avocado paper and then added that frame, and then I've sort of watercoloured and also used Stampin' Right markers on the back of this to colour that, and then I just stamped with a script very Versailles on the back there, so, and some retired ribbon. So they're both exactly the same there. I just used a different bit of the napkin on it, but they are the same. 3-hole pamphlet slip stitch there to hold it all together. Here again, another little flip on this one. I think this might be Artemis, so I just made it into a journaling card. It just pokes in there, and another one of those tags there, so really oodles of space for writing in. Intention is to write on the back there, so yeah, lots of journaling can be done. That's the other side of that paper. We're now going down the other side. So here was a Edith Holden little envelope there. This is made with the Pretty Pillar Box die. I just cut the ends off, and that just makes a nice little envelope flip. And that's the other side of that French document. And I just flip that over the other way, so the flowers weren't upside down. And then I say all these are now much the same as on the other side. There's no flip on this because the flip's on the other one. So that is a different die that I used there to try and match up with the flowers there. Love these stamps. Love them, love them. And then that's the other side of the paper bag, and that's got another little journaling card in there. That's the other one of these tags. So what I did was I made all of them off one side off camera and one side on camera, so you can see it. Quick little flip. So yeah, just love the colours in this. Love a bit of Edith. Who doesn't love a bit of Edith? And then that's the last one of these. Don't know what I'm doing. Suddenly my hands became useless, and there we are. As with the front cover, I've done the same on the back cover. I love this vintage ledger paper. It's quite thick, and that is my journal. I say all of the videos are in a playlist, so you can go and check them out if you've missed any aspect of this. Thoroughly enjoyed making this. My intention was to sell it. I do intend to open an Etsy shop to sell things, but I'm still at the stage of admiring it because I love it. It's just gorgeous, and I have started making a version that isn't tea dyed, so that I know some people don't like this sort of tea dyed sort of vintage look, so I thought I'd make one that isn't tea dyed, but I'll probably just do a flip through of that. I might do a little bit of stuff on camera with it, but mainly I'll just do a flip through of that. So yeah, there we go. All details over on nigezza.co.uk. Links down below to any items that I've used. And remember, during January and February, it's celebration with Stampin' Up, and so for every £45 you spend, you get something free, which includes this paper. Okay, bye for now.